So let's go ahead and get a number on the line. I'm just going to make a quick outbound call here to a cell phone. The little bloop sound is a sound you hear if you get a call connected as well when you're getting an inbound call. Just 1 second, it's not ringing to my cell phone. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so we have a client on the line. As you can see, the information popped up. And here is an ID. It's used for a different purpose than what you guys will be using. So right here to let us know that we have a live call on the line. And as you can see right here, all these tabs are now lit up. So if you hit park call, that's putting them on hold. So if you need to put them on hold for whatever reason, say you have they ask you a question, you don't know the answer, and you need to find out the answer, you call whatever contact person you have, then just put them on hold. So now they're going to be hearing elevator music, and then from there, once you're ready to grab them, just hit grab park call, and they're going to be on the line once again. So quick transfer, custom transfer, and requeue call you will not be using. And then obviously hang up customer, you hit this button if the call needs to be disconnected, or if they hang up and the call didn't automatically disconnect, just go ahead and hang up customer, and it'll bring you up to the disposition screen. Okay. So for this case, we're going to act like the client is interested in credit repair. We went through the whole script, and they're ready to be transferred for the credit evaluation, at Lexington Law. Okay. So we're going to bring up the transfer screen. And you can see right here, automatically, it should input the number we're going to transfer to for Lexington Law. And then all we need to do from here is go ahead and hit dial with customer. Okay, so the client's ready to get transferred to Lexington Law. We went through the whole script. We need to hit dial with customer. And then from there, we dial out. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not going to get Lexington on the line. It'll dial out, and then the customer will be on the line with you. They're going to be put on hold or anything like that. And then from there, Lexington will pick up and you go through the Lexington Law script like you're supposed to. And once you're ready to hand off the client to Lexington Law for the credit evaluation, just make sure you hit leave three-way call. Don't hang up both lines because you're going to disconnect Lexington Law and the client as well. Hit leave three-way call, and then from there, you will disconnect, and the client and Lexington Law agent will still remain connected. Okay. So we're going to say we transferred the customer. We hit leave three-way call. I'm going to disconnect the call, and then from here it's going to bring up our disposition screen. Okay. So the dispositions are pretty much self-explanatory. A lot of them you will not use. A lot of them come, as a default with ViciDial, and then there's a few of them that we've added in as well. So we'll just go through them real quick. Answering machine. So obviously you'd pick that if an answering machine gets through, you hang up the line, and then hit answering machine for the disposition. Busy, you get a busy signal. Callback. You just schedule a callback, which I'll go through this one here in a second, how to schedule a callback. It's a disconnected number. Decline sale, you really won't use. Do not call is very important. If they want to be if they want to be put on the do not call list, make sure you hit do not call. This one you will not use. No answer. You really won't use that too much either. Not interested, you'll use that quite a bit. No pitch, no price, you won't use. Sale made, you will not use. Wait to, you will not use. Call transferred, you won't use this one because we'll be using the transfer to Lexington disposition. Already a client, we've already contacted them in the past, and somehow they got into our system again, and they're already a client of ours. That's when you would use that. Already contacted, pretty much the same scenario, except they've been contacted, already maybe a couple hours ago. Sometimes we get a little glitch in the system, and we want to make sure that disposition has already contacted. Client is bilingual, so there's many times where we get a client and they speak a language other than English, and we have nobody to transfer them to help them out. So we need to make sure we label that as client is bilingual. Dead air, meaning there's nothing on the line other than dead air. Client disconnected, they hung up, or for whatever reason, or it was a drop call. Transferred to Lexington law. This is if we transfer it to Lexington, then we need to disposition it as so. Left client a voicemail. Pretty self-explanatory. Client needed information. Sometimes we'll have people that fill out the form, just wanting to know a little bit more about what we do. Client's not available. Client's not qualified. So say it's the rare occasion where the client they may not have any income, they can't afford credit repair. Then obviously they won't qualify. So we need to label it so. Transfer to other agent. So you guys won't, for the work from home position, you won't get this too much as far as inbounds and needing to speak to another agent. But if you did have to transfer to another agent, that's what you would label it as. Transfer to other campaign, you don't have to worry about that either. And then wrong number. Obviously, the person picks up, we're asking for John. And they let us know that John doesn't live there. It's a wrong number, so we need to disposition it as wrong number. So say we need to schedule a call back with the client. They want us to call them back at a later time, so we need to hit call back. And then from there, it's going to pull up calendars, and also the hour and minutes and the time of day, and then a little comment box. Okay, so say I'm talking with somebody. They fill out the form. They want to go with credit repair, but maybe they're at work and they want us to call them back when they get home. That's very, very. It happens all the time, and probably about during the daytime dialing, probably about 50% of your people and people who are at work who want us to call them back when they get home. So in here they we need to put in a comment so that way not available at work. Call back later when home. And so say they want to be called back, say 5 o'clock. So it's very important that before you submit this, you need to make sure you know what time zone they're in. Okay, so if they say 5 o'clock and they're Pacific time zone, I know that's a 3-hour difference. I need to make sure I set it for 8 o'clock. So if you don't know your time zones, then it'd be a good idea to catch yourself up on the time zones and the time differences, whether if it's Central, Mountain Standard, or Pacific, and that way you can put the correct callback time on here. That way you're not calling them back at 4 o'clock when they wanted to be called back at 5 or 6 o'clock. Okay, so say they would be called back at 5 o'clock, their Eastern time zone, which is the time zone I am in, and then just select the day. So today's the 25th, so I want to make sure we're calling them back at this day, and then I click submit. Okay, as soon as you click submit, it would go in. Another important detail is if this is somebody you talk to and you've already built a good rapport with this person, make sure you click my callback only. That way it only goes to you. So that way you're the only one who's going to be calling it. If that's not clicked, it just goes into the callback general pool to where whoever's logged into the campaign, the first one available at that time will get that callback. Okay. So if you want to make sure you get this callback, click my callback only, but also make sure that you're calling this person back when you tell them you're going to call them back. We don't want to get any complaints saying, I had a callback scheduled with somebody and they didn't call me back when they're supposed to. So make sure if you do set it for your callback, call them back when you need to. Okay. So once we're done, we click submit, and then as soon as you click submit, it will go back to the dialing screen and then continue dialing. So I'm going to hit submit. I'm going to put myself on pause real quick. That way I don't get any phone calls. So that is how you set a callback. So from there, you would go to the next call, and then the person will pick up. You'll have their information right here, and then you just rinse and repeat. You go through the script with them. You transfer them to Lexington Law, and then from there, disposition it like you need to, and then just keep rinse and repeat, and that's all you need to do. So after a good couple, I'd say about between 5 and 10 phone calls, you should be up to speed and very familiar with this. The first couple phone calls, um, it will definitely take a little bit getting used to as far as navigating and knowing what to click on and what does what. But once you get it down, it's very simple. I've used many dialers in the past, and this dialer is one of the easiest user-friendly dialers to navigate and to use. So if you need to watch this video again to go through the steps, how to transfer or so on and so forth, and watch the video a couple times. Also, we'll have different, we'll have trainings every day for question and answers, to go through everything. A little bit more detail if you have any questions on how to do something. If you're going to log out for the day, then right here, just make sure you click log out. Or if you're going at lunch or whatever, if you need to log back in, click there, click submit, and then it will log you back in. So, like I said, just go through the video again if you need to. Get with your administrative advisor on times of the day where we do question and answers and a little additional training to help you out. But other than that, good luck on dialing, and I will talk with you during question and answers. Thanks a lot.